Right, so I want to outline what you guys are going to get from this podcast. I'm going to be teaching you a few little business things, concepts. I myself run a fairly successful business. I've got 8 employees. I'm 24. I started, maybe like 13 months ago. So in 13 months, I've grown pretty rapidly. 8 staff. I had zero business experience before this, never run a business before. I've learned a lot. I did shit the hard way, I've seen. It wasn't like I was just getting referrals the whole fucking time. I went through the hard yards, learnt marketing, sales, brand positioning, recruitment, training, etc., etc. Lessons are going to be the proof of concept. So before you start a business, what you want to do. Something I wish I did when I started that I've now learned that I'm definitely going to do for my next business. Um, Building capacities, so pressure as a price, people and leadership, systems, skills and scaling, mindset and philosophy, what you need to think pretty much when you're running a business, comparison, longevity, and purpose. What does building something from nothing actually look like in real life? Not Instagram life. It feels like shit. It looks like shit. You're not going to know what you're going to be doing. It is the worst thing in the fucking world. Let me tell you a story to highlight the point. When I started, I thought being my own boss would feel amazing. Freedom, money, control. Now, it's the opposite. The more competent I become, the more the world leans on me. Leads calling, staff calling, someone's sick, someone's license gone, I can't turn off my brain. This is the hidden cost. The more capable you are, the more weight you carry. The weight is the reward. It means I'm built for pressure now. So being good at what you do doesn't buy freedom, it buys responsibility. Every level of competence adds another weight plate on your shoulders. Bro, going feels like shit. Like it's literally, bro, you're the boss, which means all the problems that no one can solve, plus all the problems that no one wants to solve, get handed to you. That's your role as a CEO. That's how I understand it, at least. I get all the shit, like all the worst parts of the business that no one wants to fucking look at. That's what you're looking at. And another thing is knowing what to do, man. Building something from nothing so shit. And the shittest part about it is just not knowing what to do. So like you're gonna think you know what to do. I'm gonna build a website. I'm gonna start social media. I'm gonna post on Instagram. What the fuck do you post? Like, do you even understand branding? Like market position? Do you understand marketing strategy? You're gonna post shit. I don't care what type of fucking business you're doing. You're just not gonna know what to post. If you're a PT, you're gonna post before and afters and testimonials. But who the fuck cares about before and afters if they don't even trust you as a person to be their trainer? Because it's all about trust anyway. If you're running a coffee shop, what the fuck are you gonna post coffees? Are you a little coffee enthusiast? Nah, you're gonna probably post some jokes and then you're gonna sprinkle in a bit of your personality because everyone needs personality. And then you're also gonna sprinkle in why your coffees are so good, maybe like we're sourced from this place, and just build a little story about around your shop. You're not gonna know that fucking shit when you start. Like I didn't know anything. I posted what I thought would work and it didn't. And it is what it is, man. And then you're gonna learn some cold outbound, and you're not even gonna know what cold outbound is or how to structure a sales script correctly or how to talk to potential leads and customers correctly. So start with a compliment. That's what I like to do. I'm gonna give you guys all my little secrets, eh? Start with a compliment. Well, you really know what you want, and then go into why are you looking for this now? Dive into the pain. Oh, I see, relate with them. I actually had something similar happen, blah, blah, blah. One of our clients, if you don't have any clients, you're gonna be like, I actually had, or I have a friend that had, if you do have clients, one of my clients, exact same situation, they found it super difficult. I get what you mean. You're in the right place. Then you're just gonna walk through that little sales process. What's the rest of the sales process? And then after you highlight the pain, you're gonna offer them the solution. We're gonna do this, 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 and this. How does that sound? You're gonna paint a picture of the reward, not the fucking journey to the reward. By that, I mean, if you're selling a flight to Bali, you're going to tell them about the nice water and the nice weather and the nightclubs or whatever the fuck they're interested in. You're not going to tell them about the flight and then putting your baggage in. You're just not going to tell them about the journey. You're going to tell them about all the good things that they want to hear because they do want that. They don't want to think about the tough journey there. That comes later after they're signed and after you get paid because now they're invested. Because before they're invested, they're not sure about you. But as soon as they pay, now they've got some skin in the game, which means they're willing to go through the little hard yards to get the result that they originally paid for. And you are going to deliver on the result, but when you do start, you're going to be so shit and you're not going to deliver in the result correctly. I got lucky. I didn't deliver at all in my first client. But the dude was amazing. So even to this day, still repeat client. I got so lucky, man. Obviously, I've sorted a lot of shit. So when you start, you go through this phase of you don't know what to do, and then you're gonna get a client, and you're gonna be like, all right, bet. Now I do know what to do, and then you're gonna be shit, and then you're gonna fix that problem, and then you're gonna get another one, and now that problem is fixed. That your second client is then going to be a recurring client and you're going to continue. That pretty much covers that. What was my mindset back then? I wanted to win. I'm not going to lie. I just wanted to win. I was willing to do anything to win. I did not care how hard the work was going to be. I did not care how many hours I had to spend. I was going to find a way. And what kept you going when it was silent? My dad, bro. 4 months in, I was actually about to quit, but my dad told me he could see something there and I didn't. And then that's when I bought a mentor. I spent $2,000 on a mentor who fixed me up. I could see exactly what I was doing wrong. I could see it was in the incorrect steps. But I could see I was doing the right things, just in the wrong order. And the order does matter. I want to expand. I made the website. I did the social media posts. I was reaching out to people online. I wasn't reaching out to people in the correct way. I mentioned my sales process 2 seconds ago. Now, the words that you use do matter, but images are super, super effective as well. And by images, I mean like display what you're gonna, if it's a complex, if it's an arbitrary concept, find a way, man. Find a way to illustrate what you're gonna deliver and then push that. And that's how I got my first few clients anyway. Um, what was your mind shift like back then? What did success mean to me at that point? A lot of money. Success to me is just a lot of money. At that point, yeah. When I started, I was like, yo, I just want money. I don't care about anything else. I just want money. I was one of those people who's like, I'm passionate about this thing. I'm passionate about making it different. I didn't care, man. I just wanted money. I want to caveat that and say I realized very early on that money is value. So the more value you can create, the more money you get. So the better your product or service, the more money you get. And all value is, I want to define value for you as well to make this super, super, super useful. Value to me is perceived likelihood of achievement minus time constraint plus I think that's it. Effort and sacrifice. By that, I mean perceived value of achievement is like, do you want to lose 15 pounds in 2 days? That seems pretty valuable to some people, but not to others. So if someone's super overweight, they're like, 15 pounds, that's amazing. That's perceived value of achievement. Time delay is like how long is that going to take? So you can either take Ozempic or go to the gym. Effort and sacrifice is literally if you go to the gym, you're then gonna have to eat strict and do all this other fucking shit. But if you take an Ozempic, you don't have to sacrifice anything. Which means that Ozempic is more valuable because it's the same result, but in a less time and less effort. And that's why they charge more and that's why they get paid more because value is money. So the more value you can create using that equation, the more money you're going to make in general. Super, super, super useful, super practical. That should help out a lot of people. I got that from Alex Emoji, by the way. He's amazing. Check out his books or his YouTube. Um, did my dad or my mentor change the direction of my business early on? I went through that. Looking back, what were the first signs you were doing the right things, just in the wrong orders? My mentor, bro. My mentor, like, just literally told me, they're like, you need to do this, 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 and this in this order. And then I was like, oh, I've already done this, but I haven't done this part. And yeah, I would like to like draw something, to be honest, to like demonstrate another concept, but it is what it is. What's something? So this is now the second lesson, which is pressure as the price. The day I became the boss. Leadership is not authority; it's responsibility. I want to put that out there. When I quit my job, I thought that was the moment I became a boss. Turns out being a boss isn't when you stop answering to someone, it's when people start relying on you. One of my early workers told me they were broke, rent due, no savings. That hit me. I was responsible for their life now. And that's when I realized every time I pay someone, I'm feeding families, not just workers. The real I made it moment wasn't freedom, it was responsibility. Leadership starts the day someone's well being depends on you. Success isn't freedom, it's stewardship. That's a big fancy word. I wanna elaborate, man. This game, like it sounds cool, right? You're like, oh, you're the boss, you look after the fucking so and so families, man. You're responsible for their living, or you can even say you're not responsible for this. They're responsible for what they want to do with their money, but realistically, you're fucking responsible, man. You're responsible for generating the income. You're responsible for making sure the business doesn't go under, that you manage your cash flow. You're responsible for the growth of the business, so there's ongoing fucking revenue, so there's ongoing work for the guy. And yeah, you're literally, and it sounds, bro, when I say it, it's one thing just hearing it, but when you actually have someone that's like you're fully responsible for, it is so different. So, so, so different. And it sucks. But it's good at the same time because diamonds are made in pressure, right? Right? Yeah. Something that used to excite me now that just feels like responsible. Being my own boss, man. In this little game, bro, you think that oh, I can work whatever hours I want, and I can. I can do that. My business is stable. But if I don't work, it doesn't grow. That's the thing. Like it might be able to, but not in the pace that I need it to. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to become a millionaire yesterday. Like I'm like that type of guy, man. And I'm like, bro, you just gotta drive harder because yesterday's already gone. Um, and then responsibility as well. When did you realize being your own doesn't mean freedom? It means constant pressure. I mean, yeah, being your own boss is just constant pressure, bro. Like, there's no one else to. You get all the problems. I don't know if I told you guys, but you get all the problems that no one can solve, and no one wants to solve. And then when people can't solve it, they then give it to you to solve. You get all the shittest fucking work. So you get a little pile. You get these two piles of problems, right? There's the problems no one wants to solve, and there's the problems no one can solve. You get both. You, as a CEO, you get both fucking problems. Oh, I can't solve this. All right, I'll sort it out. I don't know how to. I don't want to solve it. Yeah, okay, yeah, give it here. Yeah, that's you. That's you. And these are arbitrary problems. Like, am I going to invest this way or that way? Am I going to do this or that? Is this person has a complaint? All right, sweet. I'll speak to them. All right, this person fucking was a shitty client. Okay, man, I'll sort that out. It's like sick. All the conversations no one wants to have either. Bro, like your staff member tells you that another staff member did some shit. I don't want to have this fucking conversation, but that's your job. That's the CEO. That's the role. That's the role. You get the shittest of the shit, and that's why you get so highly compensated. And of course, as well, you manage the cash flows. So like you're like, if you're ever worried about being greedy as a CEO, don't be. I just I don't think you can be worried about being greedy as a CEO, to be honest. And if you are worried about being greedy, your business is gonna tank, bro. Shit's expensive. Shit's not easy. Business is ruthless, man. Like proper fucking ruthless. If you don't have the margins, you're gonna tank, and no one can get paid. So you might as well have the margins, have the cash flow, do things correctly, be greedy, want money, because that's how you're gonna grow. At least from my eyes, eh? Yeah. What does a normal day look like for me now? And what hidden weight comes with it? Normal day for me, I'll wake up at 4:30. I'll go to the gym. I want to be done by 7. 7, everyone starts work at 9. So 7 till 9, I'm pushing the business forward in some way. So that's usually like either content generation, checking on the ads, looking at the outbound, looking at the leads that came in, new leads that came in, managing problems from the night before or the day of. No, those problems don't happen yet. And so it's like, yeah, something that will propel the day forward, like the business forward. It's usually around content, ads, or new leads, or just new clients, acquisition channels. That's all I'm doing first 2 hours of the day. 9 o'clock hits, people start work, problems start coming up. That's when you start sorting out your shit. By 11, I've usually got meetings, couple meetings around then. I'll usually cancel those meetings because something will come up that I need to fix. Those meetings are important. So I usually reschedule them and do them at some point later that week. And then from there, by around 4, 5 o'clock, the problems stop. I have a nice little gap as well to do some more work. And around 6, there are usually a couple more things pop up. And then by 7, 7:30, I try and wind down, but more things do pop up. And then by 8 to 8:30, I'm in bed asleep. And then 4:30 the next morning is when I wake up and check on the problems before the gym and repeat. That's my day. What's the hardest part about being the person everyone calls when things go wrong? Yeah, everything about it. How do you deal with moments where everything hits at once? Client, staff, cash flow leads? I don't, man. I get so stressed out and so burnt out. It's not even funny. Like I like to joke around with people at the gym. I'm like, oh man, fuck. You know how I'm so strong? It's because I'm depressed, bro. And it's true. I am depressed. I realize winning feels like depression. Like whenever things are up and I've got new leads coming in and my cash flow is good and I've got heaps of work, that's when I now have to like use heaps of staff and people are on holiday and that's like the little stress ball happens. The growth periods are the times that hurt the most, man. And those are the times I'm the most depressed because I'm not doing anything fun and I'm not fucking up my life. I'm not drinking. I'm not socializing. I'm not meeting up with people, but everything's good. So it feels like shit. It's so counterintuitive. I feel the worst when things are the best, but I feel the best when things are the worst. It's weird, eh? It's because you're alcohol, man. Little couple drinks, man. Throw your life down the drain. You feel pretty good, bro. Even after, you just feel relaxed all the time. Your brain doesn't function properly. You're chilling, man. Sounds like a true alcoholic, eh? Ah, that's all right. Yeah, that's that. The next one is people in leadership. I don't know much about leadership. I'll just put that out there. I've trained a few people. I do have a few staff, and I do lead the team pretty well. I feel like leadership, in my eyes, I'm the servant to my workers, so it's my job to make sure they're fine, and it's their job to make sure the clients are fine. It's like a nice little cycle. Even though the clients will come to me, I've got to make sure the clients are fine too. But that's like given because they're paying you. But I'm paying the workers to look after them. Like I'm paying the workers so I can look after. It's like having a kid, man. You pay for the kid's food, and then you look after the kid on top of the paying for the food. It's not like the kid's paying you for food, and then you look after them. It's like, nah, it's like, I'm going to give you everything and expect nothing in return. That's what happens. That's how having staff is. I did hire friends at the start. I don't know if it was a mistake or not, but it's definitely a different dynamic. That's for sure. Um, I'm about to hire a friend, to be honest. He's good, but he's a cool dude. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'm making the same mistake twice. Maybe I'm fucking dumb cunt and should never do that again. But I like the bloke. So it should be fine. I'm gonna eat my words. I can tell. I can tell. Oh well. What's something you learned about managing people that no book could have taught you? People suck. Managing people sucks, man. People gonna ghost you. You're gonna ask for shit while they're working and they're not gonna reply. People are gonna get burnt out. They're gonna get stressed. You're gonna have churn no matter what. People will leave. So you can't rely on anyone. It just sucks. No book can ever tell you any of that shit. They're gonna stress you out. They're gonna be emotional. You can't be emotional. Yeah, that's literally it. How do hiring friends teach you about leadership the hard way? It's like if a client says something and a friend says something else, it's very difficult to believe their client. But if a worker says something and a client says something, it's very easy to be neutral. Yeah. How do you screen people now? What suitable things do you listen to for when hiring? Honestly, the level of certainty, their personality. So I look for the skill that's the easiest to teach. So if I'm hiring for like an editor's role, that's a pretty technical skill. I don't care what your personality is like. All I need you to do is just do good edits at a quick rate at a reasonable price. That's it. If I'm hiring you to be like customer success, where you're talking to clients, I'm then hiring for something like good voice, clear English, bubbly personality, doesn't get upset easy, doesn't get triggered easy, like just start, and then I'll train you on what to say. So I'll train the technical skills there, but you definitely need the people skills beforehand. For an editor, I don't care about the fucking people skills. I just need you to have the technical skills because that's harder to train. Yeah. So I always look for what's the easiest thing. Like, what do I need from you beforehand, and what can I train up? What's the most important thing you've learned about reward and punishment and leadership? People need fast feedback loops. Quick rewards means quick win. Like, I don't know. Offering quick rewards is the best fucking thing I've ever done in my life, man. So if someone does something well, you good job. That was amazing. Love it. Like super fast as soon as they do it. It's the best fucking like quick feedback loops is a way to get them to keep doing that thing. All right, system skills and scaling. What broke first when your business started growing faster? So there's two types of constraints in a business, from my understanding. There's supply constraint and demand constraint. Supply constraint means you cannot fulfill the orders. You're getting too many leads, and you can't fulfill what the clients want or what the leads want. Demand constraint means you can do the work, but you're not getting enough leads or clients in. When I first shifted that pendulum to supply constraint, I didn't have enough staff for the amount of work that we were getting. And it was the shittest feeling because it was like people are trying to give me money and I just couldn't take it. It was the worst, man. That's the thing that broke first when my business started growing than expecting. I fixed that very quickly. I will say that. Very, very. It was super, super stressful, but I pumped. Bro, I was doing like 30 interviews a week, to fix it, just to get the right people in. And I still made mistakes when hiring. It's crazy, I know. But it's my first time hiring, or like hiring at such a large scale. Yeah. How do you balance freedom and control between being hands-on and letting go? I've learned there's some things you should delegate and some things you shouldn't. And there's different positions and timings for both as well. What I mean by that is I originally tried to recruit and delegate my recruitment process for new staff and training process for new staff. I tried to delegate that to one of my existing staff members. What ended up happening is they just didn't do a good job, and those people that got recruited in that situation have not fallen in love with the company like everyone else. And no, they didn't get bought in, because part of your job when you're recruiting and training is to get people to buy into your vision and kind of want to do what the company stands for. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm a very value first driven type of guy. So we will do a good job and we're going to do an amazing job 10 out of 10 times. We're going to give you the best service ever. That's how I think. And so I drill that into my workers when I train them up and when I recruit. When I try to delegate that, they don't know all the little nuances in the business and they don't have that same drive and passion as me. So the quality of staff does drop. But that's not like but I also know in the future I will have to delegate that at some point, just not yet, because I still can do the training and recruitment now. In the future, I might even just continue doing recruitment and training. Because I'm the founder and I'd love to meet the new staff. So I have like a little touch base with everyone. Because I haven't grown too much where I still can't do that. But yeah, there's just times to delegate and times not. I've tried to delegate every single thing and I've just realized I should not delegate every single thing, because people will make mistakes, especially if they haven't done it before. And some of these mistakes just don't need to be happening. Like, you can just do it yourself. Like, it's out of pure laziness that I tried to delegate. Pure laziness. And I realized, all right, the work's just not going to stop for you. So I'm just going to continue doing everything or most things and delegate the things that actually can be delegated and are super easy to teach with the person's skill set. Yeah. Um, if someone listening is trying to start their first team, what's the first system they should build? If you're trying to build a team, um, first system, I guess, is your screening process. So before you even put any like job ads, yeah, have a solid screening process. Know what you're looking for. Know who your ideal candidate looks like, smells like, feels like, and fucking everything about your ideal candidate, because they will pop up at some point. You're just not going to know until it does happen. By that, I mean, when I was recruiting, the first few interviews I did, I was like, oh, these guys are all solid. And then there was this one little superstar that popped out, and I was like, damn, okay, I hired wrong for the first few people. This little, if I just, and then two other little superstars popped up too later on in the next few weeks of 30 fucking interviews each week. I was like, shit. And then for the last one, I didn't have a spot for her because I already hired and filled in because I was fully demand constrained at the time. So these superstars will pop up, but know who they are and just wait until that happens. First system you should build. Yeah, just know, just like a client, ideal client avatar, ideal customer avatar, have an ideal staffing avatar. Yeah, just have that and then you can hire effectively. And then you can do the job ads, and then you can build the little funnel where they can schedule interviews or do group interviews or whatever you want to run. It's up to you. My funnel looked like, because I'm giving you guys everything, I did social media posts, job ads, just organic. I ran LinkedIn ads, paid. I ran Seek ads, paid. And I got more than enough stuff flow through that. And then I sifted out like just qualifications that are desirable, like having a driver's license. To do the work, you need a license. So having people that didn't have that completely gone, they're not in the company. Being physically fit and active, that's another requirement I have. If you don't have that, yeah, you're not in. But yeah, just screen those things hard. And then towards the end, I just became ruthless with my time. I was like, hey, what do you like? Yeah, I'm just cut this short. Sorry, it's not a good fit. I'm just gonna let you know now. You didn't proceed with the next stage. I hope you do have a wonderful rest of your day. Completely apologize if this was a waste of time, etc., etc. Bye bye. I became so ruthless towards the end because I just did that many. I did that many, and it's better than me being like, oh, you might get it. Like, nah, bro. I'm just gonna let you know. I don't care, man. I mean, it is difficult. Like, I think I'm a pretty ruthless guy, but I do feel for some people. Like, especially when they're super, super nervous because they're talking to you and you're the boss and you can see that they're nervous, and being that ruthless, it's pretty fucked. But you start caring about your time a lot more than someone's feelings, eh? Unfortunately. And you still do want that good reputation. So it's like you're ruthless, but you're to the point. So there's no insults, you're just stating the facts. As I said before. Wow, it all ties back. what what did I learn about myself through stress? I operate the best in high stress environments. I'll get the most work done. I will do all nighters. I am so efficient when I'm stressed. It's not even funny, eh? Like, I love stress. I welcome it. It feels like shit. I want to kill myself, but I am so good under it. What do I think most people misunderstand about success? It's that it's hard, man. I don't think people underestimate the amount of work it takes. I did, and I still do. It takes a lot more fucking work than I thought it would. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, it's so, bro. You can't even fathom it. Nah, like, I'm just looking back. I'll tell a story to demonstrate. When you define hard, it's not just doing the work is hard or becoming successful is hard. It's the fact that there's different types of hard. So there's the hard of I don't know what to do. There's the hard of all right, what other hard is there? If I fail and I drop out. There's the hard of I've never done this before. There's the hard of I have to wait something out and I don't know what's going to happen while I'm waiting. There's like so many types of hard that you're just not aware of in the first place that they pop up and you're like, oh shit, this is a new type of hard. This is a new problem that's I've never seen before. And it's just endless. They don't stop. They don't stop. And the work is like, damn, I didn't know I could feel that way. Like, it pushes you to your limits. And then once you acclimate to that, then there's more. Yeah, it just does not stop. And that's what I think people misunderstand about success, especially when you're building it from zero. It's uh, it's actually traumatizing, eh? Right, especially the fact that it just does not stop. Because like I know I'm stuck. I'm doing this forever. Oh, until I hit some goals, some little monetary goals, and take little breaks, and then working seasons as well. So focus sprints. Don't try and do everything at once. Try and focus on something, do a little sprint, and then focus on something else, do a little sprint, and just keep going. But if you do take breaks, just know someone else is coming ahead of you, and it is a competition, and there are other businesses that are going to try and take your clients. Yeah. So if you do take your little weekends off, someone's not doing that, and they're going to outcompete you. So you're not going to win, and you're not going to become successful. Like literally, it's fucking ruthless. Who or what shaped your beliefs around work ethic and discipline the most? Who? Work ethic and discipline. Probably the gym, man. The gym probably shaped my beliefs around work ethic, and I learned through the gym that it's really difficult to overtrain. Like people say, oh, there's optimal levels of training. You shouldn't overtrain this. You shouldn't overtrain that. I'm freakishly strong. And that's because I used to train twice a day, every day for a long period of time in the gym when I first started. Now, in saying that, twice a day, every day is overtraining. Your body does get fucked and it does get wrecked. And then you start getting injured. And that's when I cut it down to just once a day. That's a lot of volume for the average person. Like 7 days a week, 2 hours in the gym a day. That's a ton of volume for the average person. And people tell me I overtrain all the time, but I'm like, I'm literally not. I have overtrained. This is not it. It's not even close. Like you need to do twice a day for a few weeks to then have it catch up to you with high intensity. But like I've had friends hop in workouts with me. And they're like, bro, it's just fucked. I'm like, yeah, I know. I do this every day, every single day. That's what taught me about work ethic and discipline the most. Because you're not going to want to do it, but you just do it anyway. Every single day. Yeah, man. And if you can do that every day, you can work on your business every day, bro. It's the same shit, different field. What do you think separates people who talk about success from those who live in it, who live it? I've got mixed feelings about this one. People that talk about success, because I was one of those people that just talked about it for a long period of time too. I'm going to start a business one day, bro, since I was a kid. I'm going to start a business, become a millionaire. For the longest time, bro, my own parents didn't fucking believe me. Well, because I was a little brat, and when I was a teenager as well, I was very misbehaved. So they had no reason to believe me. But look at me now. Now they're like, we always knew you could do it. It's like, shut up, bro. You did not. You did not. You wanted me to go to uni. I dropped out. I lied to them. I did not even tell them. Actually, this is a pretty good story. When I first started my business, I dropped out of uni and pretty much defied my own parents. I was like, I want to do my own thing. I didn't tell them that I dropped out. I just started working, saving money, and I had this business in mind. And eventually I started it. Eventually I told them I'm dropping out to start a business. They were like, no, don't do it. What the fuck? And I was ready to go back. I was like, no, fuck off. I'm doing this thing. And I failed repetitively for 4 months. And then I got my first client. I was like, look, it works. It's like, oh, that's cute. Just go back to uni. That you can't pay your bills with one client. I was like, fuck. I just kept going and I stuck through it. And that's kind of how you want to be. In business, I've become so defiant. Like if someone tells me how to do something and I don't agree with it, I will do it my own way. One of the things was one of my earliest job interviews that I ever did with a worker or one of my staff members was I held the interview at Guzman Go, like a fast food restaurant, because I knew I'd be hungry during me interviewing them. And I had a stacked day already. And like I remember I told my parents, you can't do that. I told my friend, oh, you can't have it at fucking McDonald's. Well, how does that look on you? I'm like, I don't give a shit. You're not me. You're not running a business. I don't give a shit what other companies are doing. I don't care. I'm doing things my way. I'm having this interview at McDonald's. And guess what? They got hired. Guess what? They did a great job. They did not care it was at McDonald's. And that goes for like a lot of things in business. I will see other businesses do things a certain way, and I refuse to do it that same way because it doesn't make sense to me. And I think that's the reason my business has been able to propel forward, is because if shit does not make sense to me, and for a long amount of time, I was reading a book a week. So I was like understanding all the little foundational knowledge around it. And when shit didn't make sense, or I'd read something, I'd implement it. It didn't work. I'd be like, I bet this isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. And I kept trying shit my own way until I found something that works. And then something that works that no one else is doing. I was like, right, this is my edge. This is my chance. Before people start copying me, I want to scale the shit out of it. That's how you grow. But yeah, you become so obstinate. Like if my parents now tell me something or about how to run any part of my business, I'm just, nah, I don't agree. There's no way. I want to do shit my way. So my mom loves to say, see other businesses doing it. Like, I don't care. I don't care what they do. I don't care. I'm doing shit my way. That's why I'm in the position I'm in now. It's because I didn't listen to you. I'm going to continue not listening to you, and I'm going to continue doing things my own way. Like, you just have to be that guy, eh? Like, literally, especially as a CEO. Because if you copy someone else, bro, you're just going to be one step behind them. They're going to do shit first, and then you're going to do it after. But then you're going to have a million other people doing it after with you. It's like, nah, bro, you got to be the first one. When you start out, everything's chaos. Sales, staff, marketing. I got tired of repeating myself, tired of firefighting. So I documented everything. It was actually pretty useful. Sales scripts, onboarding, processes, examples. Now, when I train new people, I don't talk, I hand them a system. Yeah, I did do that. Like all my sales scripts from the past, they're written down, every single one. So if I ever need to train someone for sales, I'm like, here you go, here's the scripts that I've already used, these are what worked, these are what did not. Or I can just curate the perfect script and they can go off it. So glad I was documenting shit from the start. Documentation saved me from chaos. Systems are a bridge between freedom and burnout. Now, this little cunt. One of my close friends is a DJ. He travels, parties, always looks like he's winning. Meanwhile, I'm in the trenches, operations, emails, boring work. But I know what he's building now. I'm building for later. His life looks easier, but I'm stacking skills that will pay forever. By skills, I mean like recruitment, onboarding, client acquisition, marketing, branding, ads, SEO, website creation, funnel building, money models, offer creation. Yeah, all of that fucking referral networks and affiliates and social media, and then networking as well. These are all skills that they're just going to compound. They're forever skills, eh? That's what I'm building now. So he's chasing moments, I'm building machinery. And it feels like shit, man. It's not envy, it's fuel. It is envy, bro. I wish I lived his life. But obviously, I know what I'm doing matters, and I've got my reason for doing what I'm doing, which is to build the skills that I will then use later on to build my next business and continue my business in the trajectory it's in to get a mad payout, which fulfills my goals and desires in the first place. It's just a shit fucking path. Ah. Whenever I see people winning in ways that look easier, I feel like that must be nice. I feel like I'm the dumbest person in the world for not doing that. But I also know what I'm doing for a reason. So I don't switch and I don't pivot. Because as much as it looks easy, I know there's a level of struggle that you have to go through beforehand that I did watch him go through beforehand that I mean I can do it. I can do it. But I don't know. What's stopping me? Nothing, man. It's the skills, bro. I just know that I'm building useful skills, especially in the way that I've done things. I'm gonna need to learn these at some point, so I might as well learn them now. So as much as he's having fun and it looks sick, I might as well just fucking bite the bullet and do my shit now, eh? That's all it is. And then I also stay focused on my long-term vision when everyone else seems to be having fun by constantly reminding myself. It helps that I had fun. From 18 to 22, I had a lot of fun. Heaps of fun, all the fun in the world. I was fun all the time. I'm not even joking. It's just fun all the time. And then I got to 23 and I was like, oh shit, let me sort out my finances. And so I started my boring work. That's how I stay focused. It's because I already had my fun. And I also understand my brain cannot process working in seasons. So it cannot see like just 2 years, another 2 years of working hard on the business. It can't see that. It feels like every moment now is forever. And I full realized it too. It's like I don't know, it's like physically difficult or impossible for my brain to be like, you're only doing this for 2 more years. It feels like fucking forever, man. Especially daily, bro. It's like, oh, until after, then you're like, oh yeah, 2 years flew by. It's like, nah, man. When you're in it, it sucks dick, bro. And that's probably the hardest part about staying focused. Well, on my long term vision, it's just difficult to imagine not being in this state all the time, man. And I know I will be happier later on as soon as I've accomplished what I need to accomplish. It's just fucking tough, man. How do you personally measure progress now? Does winning mean to you today? What does winning mean to me today? Because it's not money. Money's a factor. Money's a huge factor. My physique's pretty good. My strength's pretty good. Honestly, as long as I got better today than I did yesterday, I'm sweet. And I do that every day. So I'm winning. Yeah. And next thing, if I don't get better, for example, yesterday, I was just sorting out fires. As long as I don't quit, I don't lose, which means I'm winning. It's very hard to lose when you don't quit. It's very hard to win. It's very easy to win when you don't quit. So as long as I just don't quit and don't give up, I'm winning. That's honestly my definition right now. But I constantly feel like a loser, man. Constantly feel like I'm behind. Constantly feel like I'm losing all the time. How do you, but I am winning objectively from my own definition. How do you make peace with the trade offs, the stuff you miss out on? You don't ever fully make peace with the trade offs. The stuff I miss out on, like hanging out with friends, going out to parties, you don't like, you don't make peace with that. I haven't made peace with it. Just this weekend on Saturday, I was on my way to a friend's birthday party, and then something happened with the business. So I turned around and I sorted it out. I missed the party. And it took way longer to sort out than I thought it would, and I missed the party. My mom's on birthday happened the day before that, and I explained to her I don't have time for it. She wanted to go to the movies and watch a movie, and I explained to her I just don't have time. I've got money. I'll buy you shoes, whatever you want. She wanted shoes, so I bought her shoes. But like movies, 2 hours. I just did not. I'm so time poor, but money rich. It sucks. Like, time is super valuable to me. I don't even have enough time for my own mum or my friend's birthday. So that's like a trade off that you just don't make peace with, eh? Yeah. But it's just the priorities. And then because of those two situations, and there's one more experience, chatting with a girl, um, I realized I value my goals more than anything. Like even more than my relationship with the people around me. My goals come first. Yeah. That was a bit deep. That was as deep as a bitch. Yeah, right. All right. The last section is the ignorance tax. All right. So there's one concept called ignorance tax that I believe you need to know. And ignorance tax is pretty much the debt of not knowing how to do something. So I'm not a millionaire. My ignorance tax is $1 million. Because I don't know how to make $1 million, I pay $1 million every fucking hour of every day, which is super expensive. Because if I did know how to make that much money, I would have done it. And now, because I don't know how to make that much money, I'm paying that tax. That's the ignorance tax. So when you're starting a business, you're not going to know what to do. All you're doing is paying down your ignorance tax by learning everything to do. That's it. So the biggest ignorance tax I've paid in business so far. Oh man, fuck, profit operations. I don't know. How much do you think people underestimate the cost of ignorance? It's huge, man. Because if everyone knew how to make $1 million, I reckon everyone would do it. There's billionaires in this world, which means there's more than enough money for everyone to become a millionaire. Like, you know what I mean? If someone's listening who wants to start but is scared, what do you want to tell them about what it really costs? I want to rephrase that question. It costs everything. You hear people say you need to want it as bad as you want to breathe. Nah, that is so true, man. I just explained to you that it's fucking painful and the trade-offs you make are brutal. People say, like, I had a conversation with people and they're like, oh bro, like I'd trade what I have for what you have. And I was like, no, you wouldn't, because you would have done it by now. Like, no. Yeah, actions speak a lot louder than your words. If you really would have done that trade, you would have done so already. So which means you don't rather that. You like where you're at now more than where I'm at. Because where I'm at is so shit. Like, sure, on paper or on books is like 24-year-old entrepreneur, business owner, successful business, grew in 13 months, fucking what 95% of businesses couldn't do. Like, I get it. On paper, it sounds sick, but in reality, it's so shit. Emotionally, financially, pretty, pretty, pretty solid. Pretty good decision financially, to be honest. um, but I'm also gonna reframe this as someone who really wants to. When you start out, there's the correct and wrong. I'm not gonna teach you this right now, to be honest. There is a correct and a wrong way to start a business. And I was going to dive into this, but I just can't be bothered anymore. What's the biggest thing you've gained that money couldn't buy? Oh, every winner pays in stress, time, or money, but it's worth it. Well, is it worth it? I don't know. I don't think it is, man. Obviously, it is for me, but it's not for everyone. Like, I completely understand that, bro. If you just want to chill out, start a family, go work a job, have your weekends, watch some Netflix, that's so completely fine, man. I've fantasized about that shit, man. I'm like, bro, life was so good before I started my business. It was so good. Obviously, I was having fun all the time. And obviously, it was painful enough for me to start a business. I had to go through enough pain to start a business, so it wasn't that great, but it felt good. It felt good, but in reality, it was not that great. Otherwise, I wouldn't be in the position I'm in now. I'd rather this than that, but I completely understand people who'd rather that than this. Biggest thing I've gained that money couldn't buy, my team, man. I know I said I had people. But I actually love the people that work for me. I would not have met them without my business. And money didn't buy them. They genuinely work for me because they love the vision of the company, the mission, and they've made me a better person. Because like now I get the opportunity to train and to lead and to look after them, which is such a sick opportunity. I know this is so counterintuitive to everything that I sounded like before, but I am super, super grateful for my team. Like, I know I hate people and like people don't show up and they're calling sick and blah, blah, blah. But nah, I actually really like my team. Maybe it's because I full handpicked them. I really do like them. Like, they're sick. They're the exact people I wanted. Yeah. All of them, to be honest. Otherwise, I wouldn't have hired them. What do you want your audience to walk away believing about themselves after this? The journey is hard. It's not for everyone. If you're having doubts, don't do it. It's such a weird message, but it's so true because it's gonna destroy you. Like I'm just being honest. Like I could be like, you can do this. Yeah, I could be, but if you're having doubts and you're second guessing yourself, you're gonna get wrecked. Don't fuck save yourself the pain, bro. It's so shit. Like that's just me being brutally honest, and that's me looking out for you. Like, would you want someone that just tells you what you want to hear or what you actually need to hear? But if you are fully committed and you are ready to go through that brutal hardship of what starting a business is, still don't do it. Nah, you can do it, but do it in the right way. I'll teach you what you want to do when you first start. You want to test your market. So by that I mean talk to people, message people, be like, would you buy this thing? They're gonna say, amazing idea, love your business ideas. Say, let me get your credit card details. I'll get you on a prepayment. So when we launch, you'll be the first one to have it. Now people are gonna hesitate. If people actually give you your credit card details, it means you have a good idea. You're gonna measure how many people give you credit card details to validate the idea. If not enough people do give you your credit card details, try the next idea, then the next one, then the next, and just keep trying different things because what you're doing is you're testing the market. So you do have a product and you do suss out your service that people are already going to buy and people already want your thing. So as soon as you've got enough people pre-purchasing, you can then use that money to then fulfill the orders. And then now you can start marketing and getting even more people. And hopefully these first people are recurring, or you're going to find a way to get these first few people to be recurring, provided that your product or service is good enough, which it will most likely not be in the first round. But you're going to tell them the improvements you made and you're going to give them a second free sample or trial. And then you're going to, and then from there, you're going to ask for feedback and you're just going to keep improving your little fucking business idea until people pay on a recurring basis. And then from there, you're going to push marketing hard because now you're going to have your like cost of delivery already sorted by the prepayments or the repeat purchases. And you're going to have some money left over to now run on ads or marketing or having a domain or whatever else. That is how to do it. Which takes no risk. You're not taking out loans. You're not using your own fucking money. The business is going to generate profits from the jump. That is the best way to. That's if you're actually like prepared to get wrecked, do it that way. That's what I want you to walk away with. What am I building next? Why am I still pushing even though I've made it? I wouldn't say I've made it. I constantly feel like I'm behind. So I'm just going to continue pushing. What I am building now is a personal brand. I feel like that's important. Some billionaire said it. So this is it. At the same time, I'm working on social media hard. So branding with the company. So positive associations. I'm trying to get people to associate my face or the company logo with a good thing that happened. So we're trying to be super, super, super useful, generate super useful content, which is why I'm giving you all my little business secrets too. But yeah, that's where my head's at right now. Next month it will be what is it? Networking. 2 months ago it was ads. Last month it was ads. 2 months ago it was like SEO or some shit, man. I don't know. But yeah, next month will be networking, getting more referrals and establishing our little web of connections. So we have a nice little, we have, we've got our outbound channel, which generate leads. We've got our ads that generates leads, building the social media now that will generate leads in the future. And then the referral network that will generate more leads as well after that. That's what I'm working on right now. But yeah, done.